Back in the 70s and 80s when Peugeot was at its peak, their models gained popularity all over the world. Demand was so high that they even set up assembly plants in China, which already had its own government-controlled automobile companies. In the 80s, Peugeot established a company by the name Guangzhou Peugeot Automobile Corporation. The company began assembly in 1985 at the Guangzhou Automobile Works, which was a bus factory in Huangpu, China. The company assembled semi-knocked down kits, meaning they assembled partially dismantled vehicles, unlike other assemblers like AVA which used complete knockdown kits. Assembly officially began in March of 1985, building only the 504 station wagons and pickups. By 1988, the company had managed to build around 6,000 units of the pickup. 1988 also saw the introduction of the 505 wagon to the China market. These were built as either 5-seaters or 8-seater cars. The 505 sedan was introduced in 1990. These cars were designated the code GP7202 and were built for 7 years. Trims built by Guangzhou Peugeot were the SX, GL and QL. Guangzhou Peugeot would export 505s to the Middle East. These were known as the 505 Arab. When the 90s were coming to an end, Guangzhou Peugeot were facing some challenges. They began having differences with the Chinese government. One of these was the fact that Peugeot wanted to keep building older cars like the 405, but the Chinese wanted newer models like the 406. The French also didn't want to build their engines and parts locally as required by the government. They kept on supplying the engines from France, which would guarantee more profits for Peugeot. This got them labeled as greedy by the Chinese government. In return, the Chinese government did little to stop the copycats who would copy the models built by Guangzhou Peugeot. These bootleg pickups would cost Peugeot a lot of money. External issues also contributed to the collapse of Guangzhou Peugeot. Back in 1992, France delivered 60 Mirage fighter jets to China's adversary Taiwan. This caused the closure of the French consulate, which was a big customer of GPAC. The Chinese would then forbid their agencies from purchasing Peugeots. By 1997, Peugeot had had enough and sold its remaining shares to the Guangzhou municipality for the shocking sum of 1 French franc. The Peugeot 505s that were still in stock were sold under the Tianyang name, and GPAC replaced Peugeot with Honda.